What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more information on Tales of the Rays, a Japanese version of the game. I'm going to be going over two things in this video. The first thing is we are getting the warehouse function. This was actually revealed a few days ago, but it was something so minor I wanted to wait for something bigger to report on it. So we're getting a warehouse function as kind of like a goodbye to Tales of Link, and what it looks like here is you're going to be able to take your 5-star arts and I guess turn them into costumes, because as you can see, there's like Christmas Yuri right here, and there's a different Yuri over here, and you can actually see it even better right here. There's this one right here where he's got a wolf next to him. I don't think that's repeat. But it seems like that's going to be a thing, and then with the warehouse itself, it says up here that the warehouse is going to... Number of storage is 300. I don't know if it starts at 300, but maybe that's the maximum. And then, of course, it shows all the 5-star arts right here. So, it says 11 out of 30. I wish I could read Japanese. It says 11 out of 300 right there, but there's clearly more than 11. Okay, so there's 31 that they're holding right here. So, maybe you can only have 300 of these special arts that you can evolve them into. But that's some interesting stuff. It'll definitely be stuff to play around with, you know, get different outfits for different characters. If that's what that is. It may just be evolving the 5-star arts into better ones. But odds are it's, because right here it says the Tales of Link Memorial Registration Campaign, which is basically saying goodbye to Tales of Link because it's ending at the end of this month. And some of these ones, like I remember this Pirate Luke was in Tales of Link. And they even says it up here. Like, it's showing Tales of Link for both of these. So these are going to be different outfits we can probably get for our characters, instead of just getting one new outfit every time they come out with a new Mirrage art for a character. And then the second thing I want to talk about is up here. Oh, no, it's right here. So, as you can see right here, it says, Good evening, management, 323. So... It says 2 Part 3, which means, because we're in Part 2 of the game, and then it means Chapter 3 of that part. So we are getting Chapter 3. So this will be, if you live on the East Coast, this will be at 1 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning. So we will be getting this. Obviously, we got Ludger and Julius. It says here that those who failed to play the Christmas event will get to get these characters from the scenario. So that's kind of nice that you'll be able to get these characters. But the thing that's got everyone freaking out is this down here. Disclaimer, I have not played Tales of Xillia or Xillia 2. But from what people are saying, this is for, I guess, Ludger's Chromatus form. So I guess we might be getting that, obviously. Probably Thursday, kind of... I'd say late afternoon will probably... No, not late afternoon, because they usually release the trailers like an hour before it drops. So probably around 11 or 12 Thursday night, we'll probably get a trailer for this, and it'll actually show us how it's going to work. Because during the live stream, they did tell us that we were going to be getting... I forget how they worded it, but they were like... They're basically going to be Mirrage arts that we get that will actually transform the character. Whether that's a... I think someone said it was like an overray Mirrage art. So if you have the Mirrage art equipped to the character, you can use overray for them. So like for a simple example would be like Saray. If Saray got one of these overray Mirrage arts, then in the intro, as we see, he's in his armatized form with Mikleo. So that would be something he gets. What we don't know is, do they just transform for the Mirrage art attack? Or can you start at the beginning of the battle where they're in that form? And the other thing people wonder is, if it is something you can start in the beginning of the mission, how is that going to affect the arts that people use? Because obviously, Ludger doesn't use a spear for his main 4 arts that you have equipped to him. So, will he get a separate moveset? Same thing with Saray. He doesn't use a bow and arrow for his basic moveset. So, I can see one of two things happening. Either there's a preset 4 moves that you get when you transform, or, depending on which arts you have equipped, those turn into a different art while you're transformed. If it's the second, that'll leave for a lot of interesting combinations, because obviously at first you won't know which art's going to be what, and then you may have to switch stuff around. Like, your normal moveset for when you're not in overlay may actually be good for one scenario, but then when you transform, you may have arts that don't really help you at all. So this would actually be good for players who keep all of their arts for each character and not just keep the 4 that they always use and scrap the rest. So that'll be very interesting to see with that. But I think that's pretty much all we've got. So obviously, on the 23rd, obviously we're young and childish girl targeted. So I'm guessing this has to do with I don't know her name. I'm sure someone can tell me in the comments. There's the girl we see in the intro with Ludger that is probably going to be the main point of this story. I doubt she's going to be playable right away, but because they would advertise her. So it seems like this may be a chapter where we don't really get anyone completely new. And I'm interested to know if, so for this spear, for his chromatus form, I wonder if it's going to be something that's given to everybody. Like, is it going to be an art that we get at the end of the chapter? Or is it going to be Mirrage art summon only? So that'll be very interesting to see. But that's pretty much all I've got for this video, guys. That's all the information we've really got right now. Just stuff about the line stickers and more Tales of VR Cafe. Post your comments down below. Are you excited for Chapter 3? I feel like these chapters are coming pretty fast, which is kind of nice. I feel like they're going to have to slow down a little bit eventually. And then to go with the warehouse, obviously on the 31st, is when they're going to be doing a huge update. As I mentioned in previous videos, where, one, we are going to be getting all of we're supposed to get all of the year 1 events to be playable to everybody as like permanent events. I'm not sure how that's really going to work yet. And then also on the 31st... Okay, now I remember. I had to cut for a little while, but now I remember what the other thing was. The other thing we're going to be getting on the 31st is every banner in the future, from the 31st onward, all players who, if you don't buy like actual currency, because normally with Mirror Gems, if you did a multi-summon, you would get a guaranteed 4-star or higher. So what they're changing is if you summon with diamonds, you will get that 4-star or higher. And if you pay with Mirror Gems, you're guaranteed a 5-star art or higher. So you're guaranteed a 5-star art or a Mirrage art, which will be really nice for players who wail on the game. But that's all I've got, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all next time.